and what we do here.
What?
Can I just get on with this?
So she'll play a music clip. You'll see it play here.
Yes, hello. My name is Tim Riley, and I'm here to talk to you about Hippotizer and maybe cover a couple of case studies and explain a little bit about how we at Green Hippo TV1 can help you work out a better way to design, prepare, and deliver your installations. What we are trying to do with our Hippotizer software is getting on the ground floor of what the idea is, the conception of what you're going to do when somebody's coming up with a design. We want to put screens into, let's say, a TV studio. What we want to do at the outset is to take that TV studio design and put it into our Hippotizer software as a 3D model. Once we have it in as a 3D model, we can start manipulating, moving it, and putting video on it, putting content onto it. So here's an example where we had it was a TV studio temporarily built for an election campaign, and they wanted to be able to control everything remotely from the control center. But at the same time as being able to play video, they wanted to be able to control the intensity, the brightness, the color, so that everything looks correct on camera. Sometimes camera output is different to what our visual eye sees. So it may look great to your eye, but it may be completely wrong for the camera and what the people are seeing remotely at home. So we gave them control because we have the ability to take commands from the person triggering from a desk. In this case, it was a lighting desk, but we can also allow them to have DMX control of the intensity of the images that are going out to the LED. So they've got multiple controls of triggering and lighting, intensity, brightness, colorization. So the design element here comes all the way through to the result that is the delivery. This is the ABC News show. So this is an LED floor with all of this LED ticker tape that is incoming information. This is brought in as a video signal, but we can bring it in as various other things. We could use Touch Designer, or we can use Notch to create effects and generative video. So as you can see, the brief was to just feed the panels, augment the reality elements, and that we had key challenges to overcome. As I mentioned, real-time color, geometry control of the LED, and they wanted to have the multiple different instances of control. And we can take control from a Crestron, an iPad, and you will see here in our demonstrations, we've got iPads that are triggering and changing our views and our looks and our demonstrations, all from an iPad. We have a REST API, so we can integrate with external controls, and you can make a REST API that is specific to you. We will integrate with other CRM, content management systems, so that it's very, very flexible. Control is one of our key features that we can facilitate different instances and different ways of controlling. Not only can we control input, take input controls, but we can send commands out. Very often we will use a Hippotizer to send controls to a ChoreoMaster. In a sportsbook environment, you might see us sending triggers to a ChoreoMaster so that if there's a jackpot, somebody hits a jackpot in a casino, every screen in the casino says jackpot. And then after that, because somebody takes a trigger, we've sent that information to the TV1 ChoreoMaster that is feeding the screens in the whole place in the casino. And then they fade away and you go back to your presets. But it means we take an external control, bring it in and send it out, and we can control other things. So we have great flexibility and control both in and out. Moving on. This is a case study for projection mapping. Now, all video is two-dimensional. Video is 2D. But as we see up here on our demonstration screen with our force perspective, it's actually looking like it's three-dimensional. It's a manipulation of the two-dimensional video. So in a projection mapping environment, the client wanted the Lancôme perfume bottle to be covered as completely as possible so that it looked correct on stage and all the content fitted. And this was all of video, of course. But right back to the beginning, at the design conception, they said, well, where are the projectors? So they said, well, we could only put them here and here. So we plot these in the virtual world. We put the object, the subject matter in there, and then we start doing a projection case study. And we can see what coverage each projector gets onto the subject matter. We can see the overlap. We can see the shape of the pixels. Now, sometimes when you're projecting onto something at an angle, the pixels will deform and they'll become keystoned. So when you get images and pixels coming from the other direction, they'll deform in the other direction. So sometimes you have to feather them out so that one projector gets one side of it and another projector gets the other side of it. You need to be able to blank them out. And we have an ability to do what's called auto blending. So we can automatically decide which projector has the best coverage on a specific surface of the subject. That being said, we then get the right coverage. We can then start making our timeline. So all before this is even built, we've done our studies. We know where the projectors are. So let's make the content and start programming it into a timeline. And the timeline might be 1, 2, 3. You might have different presenters, different subjects that they're going to talk about. And you can create these beforehand in the timeline. When you get to show, you load that onto the show machine because you can work offline. The Hippotizer has a Hippotizer Play, the software, and the software is free to download. So designers can do this with our free software offline all the time. Create, design, prepare, deliver, get to site, have your show on a stick, have your content on a hard drive, load it on, and your show is ready to go. There will be some tweaking, some lineup to do. And before you get there, we will pick particular points so that when we arrive on site, we line up to particular points, corners generally. And once they're aligned, your content will be mapped accordingly and look correct. So it's just a white bottle, but the effect is purely stunning. And of course, this moved. I don't have video of it, but we can do this on cars and we can do this on buildings, whatever it may be. Projection mapping is very popular. We all thought projection was going to go away with the advent of LED screens, but of course, it's not. We keep seeing these specialist projection events and installations coming out. So, yeah, there's a lot of tricks in the Hippotizer box. We can do many things with it. So, yeah, we have many case studies that we're able to look at and focus on. And yes, any questions, anybody? Well then, I thank you very much and bid you all a good day. Thank you. Thank you, Ray.